coin holds significance far beyond its monetary value. Its story is woven into the fabric of Philippine political history, post-dictatorship rebuilding, economic reforms, and national identity. February 1986. The People Power Revolution EDSA revolution toppled the Marcos dictatorship, ushering in a new democratic era under President Corazon Aquino. By 1987, the country was striving to restore democratic institutions, civil liberties, and economic stability. The release of new coinage during this period, including the 25 Sentimo, was part of a broader national rebranding and a return to democratic norms. The 1987-5 Sentimo belongs to the Flora and Fauna series, launched by the Banco Central ng Pilipinas (BSP) to promote awareness of the country's rich biodiversity. This series replaced older coin designs that had grown outdated and introduced a fresh, vibrant aesthetic celebrating Filipino wildlife and nature. The obverse of the coin proudly features the portrait of Juan Luna, a legendary Filipino painter, political activist, and revolutionary. Luna was not just an artist, he symbolized the intellectual awakening of Filipinos during the Spanish colonial period. His famous painting, Spoliarium, is a national treasure that inspired revolutionaries. His placement on the coin represents cultural pride and resistance to oppression. The reverse side showcases the Philippine butterfly Graphium idioides, a rare and endemic butterfly species native to the Philippines. Its inclusion serves as a tribute to the country's endangered biodiversity. The image of the butterfly also subtly symbolized rebirth and transformation, a poetic reflection of the country's post-Marcos democratic restoration. The 25 Sentimo 1987 coin was not simply designed to facilitate transactions. It was created to teach, inspire, and heal. The combination of a revolution. The Philippine economy was still reeling from the effects of mismanagement, corruption, and international debt accrued during the Marcos regime. Inflation was significant, and coins like the 25 Sentimo had decreasing purchasing power. Still, they remained vital for everyday transactions such as jeepney fares, sari-sari store purchases, and school snacks. During its prime, the 25 Sentimo coin was frequently used for giving exact change in small retail stores. As of today, the 1987-5 metallic coin represents the nation's rich struggle for independence and democracy, with a design that blends tradition and innovation, and a historical context rooted in Filipino bravery and resilience. The 10 Piso coin of 2005 stands as a proud numismatic tribute to the country's past and present. The 10 Piso coin was first introduced in 2000 as part of the new BSP coin series by the Banco Central ng Pilipinas (BSP). The 2005 version continued this issue, produced during a time of modernization in Philippine currency. Bimetallic design innovation. The coin was the first bimetallic coin in the Philippines, composed of an aluminum bronze center and a copper-nickel ring. This modern design was not only practical for coin handling machines but also made the coin more secure and harder to counterfeit. Apolinario Mabini, the sublime paralytic. On the obverse, the coin features Apolinario Mabini, a brilliant political thinker and revolutionary. Despite being paralyzed, Mabini served as the first prime minister and foreign minister of the First Philippine Republic. He is known for drafting the constitution of the short-lived Malolos Republic. Andres Bonifacio, the great plebeian. Sharing the obverse side is Andres Bonifacio, founder of the Katipunan, the secret revolutionary society that launched the Philippine Revolution against Spanish colonial rule in 1896. Bonifacio represents the voice of the working class and the fight for social equality. Unity in dual portraiture. The inclusion of both Mabini and Bonifacio on a single coin symbolizes the unity of intellect and action, the ideological and revolutionary forces that drove the country's fight for independence. National identity on the reverse. The reverse side features the seal of the Banco Central ng Pilipinas, 1993 version surrounded by the coin's denomination and year of minting, 2005. This reflects the country's post-Marcos era economic restructuring and democratic restoration. Produced for circulation, millions of these coins were produced between 2000 and 2017, with 2005 being one of the active production years. They were widely circulated across the country in everyday transactions, legacy, and commemoration. The 10 Piso coin remained a key part of Filipino in circulation. Coins in mint condition or with errors, misstrikes, double die, off-center from 2005 are becoming sought-after items among Filipino collectors. Symbol of patriotism and reform, the coin served not just as money, but as a Philippines during the late 20th century. Here's a detailed look into the long and true history of this coin. By the year 1997, the Philippines was undergoing economic liberalization and globalization. The country was adjusting to modern banking reforms and aligning its currency system with global standards. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas (BSP), which became independent in 1993, was in charge of coin production and monetary policy. The 1997 1 Piso belongs to the improved Flora and Fauna series, which was introduced in the mid-1990s and designed to update the look and security of Philippine coinage. It also celebrated national symbols, important personalities, and native species. The obverse of the coin features the portrait of Dr. Jose Rizal, the national hero of the Philippines. Rizal's contribution to Philippine independence and his intellectual legacy are widely commemorated. His image on the coin reflects the nation's respect for education, patriotism, and peaceful reform. Republica ng Pilipinas. And the year 1997, Jose Rizal faces slightly left, with crisp facial features and formal attire. The reverse side features the bold number 1 to signify its value in Piso, along with the word Piso and the seal of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas (BSP), which had just undergone rebranding in the mid-90s. This new seal symbolizes the modernization and independence of the central bank. The 1 Piso coin was the backbone of daily commerce used for jeepney fares, sari-sari store purchases, and school canteen snacks. In 1997, it held more purchasing power. Coins were minted to meet nationwide demand. It was a common sight in wallets, coin purses, and cash registers. However, many have now faded from circulation due to newer coin series and natural coin attrition. While the 1997 1 Piso is not considered rare, coins in uncirculated or mint condition are still sought after by collectors. Errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or misprints can raise a coin's value significantly, sometimes fetching several dollars or more depending on condition and uniqueness. This coin was eventually replaced by the new BSP series introduced in the early 2000s. These newer coins had updated security features and modernized designs, phasing out older issues like the 1997 version. Beyond economics, this coin is a symbol of national identity, the depiction of Jose Rizal's country's aspirations toward progress and sovereignty. Many schools and history classes use this coin as a learning tool, teaching students about national heroes and the importance of currency in everyday life. The 1997 1 Piso's clean and modern design served as inspiration for in 1990's economic and political transformation. Let's journey through the full historical, cultural, and technical background of this fascinating coin. 1971. The Philippines was in the final years of President Ferdinand Marcos' first term. The country was experiencing both rapid urbanization and political unrest. The economy was developing, but inflation was a growing concern. This environment gave rise to the need for durable coins with practical denominations for daily commerce, such as the 50 Sentimo. The 197150 Sentimo is part of the Filipino series, which was introduced in 1967. This series marked a cultural shift from English-based coinage to Filipino language usage. The goal was to promote national pride and reflect Filipino identity through everyday currency. The obverse of the 1971 50 Sentimo coin features the profile of Marcelo H. del Pilar, a key figure in the Philippine revolutionary movement against Spanish colonial rule. Del Pilar was a lawyer, journalist, and reformist. His image was used to honor his contributions to Filipino nationalism. The reverse side of the coin features the official seal of the Central Bank of the Philippines, introduced in 1949 after the country gained full independence from the United States in 1946. The seal symbolizes monetary authority and national stability. The denomination 50 Sentimo is boldly marked. Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas appears in a circular fashion. The 1971 50 Sentimo coin was minted in nickel brass, giving it a distinct golden hue. The 1971 coin had a relatively limited mintage, though exact figure United States that produced many coins for the Philippines. During this period, due to its use in regular transactions, most surviving coins are circulated and show wear, making uncirculated specimens highly desirable among collectors. During the early 1970s, The 50 centimo coin had modest but practical purchasing power. It could buy a small loaf of bread, a jeepney fare, or a small snack. The denomination filled the gap between the 25 centimo and 1 peso coins in daily commerce. The year 1971 was pivotal. The Philippines was preparing for a constitutional convention that aimed to revise the 1935 Constitution. Political tensions were rising, eventually leading to the declaration of martial law in 1972. Thus, the 1971 coin is among the last issues before this drastic change in Philippine history. The mid-1980s, the Flora and Fauna series would replace the Filipino series. However, coins like the 1971 50 centimo retained their status as legal tender for many years, especially in rural areas where coins circulated longer. The 1971 50 centimo coin holds value beyond its face amount. Featured designs in English under the English series 1958, 1966. This included the older 50 centavos, often depicting classical imagery like Filipina figures with tools or landscapes. These coins emphasized the Philippines' colonial ties to the US and Spain. The transition to the Filipino series, including the 50 centimo 1971, was a clear move toward post-colonial identity building. The early 1970s, the Central Bank of the Philippines, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, was playing a larger role in economic regulation. Established in 1949, it was responsible for issuing currency, controlling inflation, and managing monetary supply. The bank's seal on the 1971 50 centimo coin symbolized this vital role in national stability. During the late 1960s and early 1970s, the Philippines began experiencing economic inflation. Prices were increasing, and the purchasing power of coins was gradually declining. The issuance of coins like the 50 centimo aimed to adjust for inflation, giving people a convenient denomination that was still useful in everyday trade. The 50 centimo coin was commonly used in markets, sari-sari stores, bus fare payments, and school cafeterias. Children might use it to buy candies or snacks, while adults could use it for food, transportation, and daily needs. It played a functional and emotional role in the lives of Filipinos across socioeconomic backgrounds. Over time, the coin's metallic composition began to outvalue its purchasing power. As inflation progressed, the cost of minting such coins approached or exceeded their face value, prompting future reductions in metal content in later years. The 1971 issue, however, retained a relatively solid composition, making it heavier and more durable than many of its successors. The use of a nickel brass alloy was not just a technical decision but also a symbol of reliability and strength. The gold-like appearance gave it a richer aesthetic, meant to instill trust in the currency and represent the nation's wealth. Even if modest on a global scale, proof and brilliant uncirculated sets, these coins were crafted with high precision, polished dies, and limited circulation, making them highly collectible today. The 1990s and 2000s, interest in older coins like the 1971 50 centimo grew. Coin collectors, locally and internationally, began to focus on Filipino series coins, especially those with low mintages or historical significance. This contributed to a revival in numismatic interest in Philippine currency heritage. Marcello H. Del Pilar, beyond journalism, was instrumental in spreading Filipino Masonic ideals, organizing lodges that promoted reformist thought. His inclusion on the coin connects currency with intellectual resistance and BSP to modernize and enhance the security features of Philippine coinage. Issuing Country Republic of the Philippines. Year of issue 2015. New Generation Currency and GC Coin Series, prominently displayed at the center. Mint. Year 2015. Modern stylized representation of catman, a native Philippine flower Dillenia philippinensis. The catman is known for its unique, bell-shaped flowers and medicinal properties. It symbolizes Philippine biodiversity and heritage. The reverse side includes the official logo of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. The logo is surrounded by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Clean, minimalistic background to prevent counterfeiting. This design approach was chosen to increase coin recognizability, reduce costs, and enhance durability. The 2015 25 centimo was designed primarily for small transactions, especially in rural market face value. It plays a significant role in commerce. This denomination is essential for exact change and pricing strategies in stores, jeepneys, tricycles, and sari-sari shops. This coin marks the revival and modernization of Philippine coinage. It reflects a push for cleaner designs and stronger materials, improved coin sorting and ATM compatibility, greater anti-counterfeit measures. The NGC series, including the 25 Sentimo, was also meant to phase out the older, bronze-colored coins, which were frequently hoarded or lost due to low face value and unfamiliarity among the youth. While the 2015 25 Sentimo is not rare, it holds numismatic value for the following reasons. First-year issue of a newly redesigned series. Uncirculated or proof versions can be sought by collectors. Mint errors, for example, off-center strikes. Double dies may be worth significantly more. Collectors often value these coins when they're in brilliant uncirculated boot condition. Found in mint condition, coins can drive up prices. Some online marketplaces list select 25 Sentimo coins at higher prices, often based on condition and scarcity. In local regions, the BSP used the NGC series, including this coin, to promote national identity, flora and fauna awareness, financial literacy. Many school programs use these coins to teach children about currency, mathematics, and Philippine culture. The 2015 Philippine 25 Sentimo coin is more than just pocket change. It's a modernized piece of national history. It marks a transitional moment in the country's economic tools, reflecting both tradition and innovation. While modest in size and value, this coin plays a major role in everyday commerce, national symbolism, and the evolving landscape of Philippine numismatics. The term centimo is derived from the Spanish word centimo, meaning cent or hundredth. As a former colony of Spain, the Philippines inherited the centavo system during Spanish rule in the 1800s. After independence and the creation of the modern Philippine peso, the centimo remained the official fractional currency, with 100 centimo equaling 1 peso. Before 2015, the most common 25 centimo coin in circulation was from the BSP, series 1995-2017. That coin had a golden color, made of brass or brass-bladed steel. It featured Juan Luna, the famous Filipino painter and hero. Inflation making low-value coins feel unimportant. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas BSP began developing a new, more secure, and modern coin series. In 2014, the BSP approved the new generation currency NGC coin series to replace outdated coins and modernize Philippine currency. The 25 Sentimo coin of 2015 was part of the early releases. It Washington. The Catman flower de linea Philippinensis on the 2015 coin symbolizes Philippine biodiversity and natural pride, rare in the wild, threatened by deforestation, historically used in folk medicine, for example, treating cough and fever. Flowers have a unique bell shape, reflecting Filipino uniqueness and beauty. BSP's choice of native flora aimed to educate Filipinos on their natural heritage, even through everyday coins. Unlike older coins that featured national heroes or political symbols, the 2015 NGC coin series aimed for neutrality education and design simplicity. The coin carries the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas logo, which was modernized in 2010. The new logo represents Philippine eagle for vigilance, stars for the three major island groups Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, shield of the Philippine flag, gear for industry and economy. Including it on every NGC coin was BSP's effort to strengthen institutional identity. The coin was minted in large quantities to meet public demand. However, due to inflation, people often ignore 25 Sentimo coins, leave them in jars, boxes, or throw them away, rarely use them for daily spending. This caused the 25 Sentimo to become a forgotten coin, despite being actively produced, although not rare. The 2015 25 Sentimo coin is becoming interesting to collectors because it was the first year of the new design. Early NGC coins are now being hoarded. Error coins like off-center strikes, double dies fetch Philippine peso 200 to Philippine peso 1,000 plus in the collector market. Coins in uncirculated condition or mint sets may increase in value over time. The 2015 25 Sentimo coin represents a critical moment in Philippine numismatic history, a move toward modern, minimalist design, focus on national symbols of nature rather than politics, reflection of how small coins still play a major role in daily economic life, a sign of